Hey, Mark the Meerkat here with two trades of the day from the Grok day trading chat room. And it wasn't by me, it was by two of the members of the chat room. And let's take a look at the setup. It was on PLTR in this 1 minute chart. In pre-market, it was basing right here, basing here. So Dave, one of our members of the chat room, he set a trade just above there that if it were to break out, he was going to get in. And it dipped down here, the market bell rang and it dipped down right here. And he got in at 110.14. He is now long. He had a 1% attached stop, but then in the first 2 minutes of the market, it filled the gap. This is the closing line right here, and so he went ahead and moved his stop to just above break even. So he's now slightly in the money on his stop just in the first 2 minutes of the market. And then it was basing right here. And one of our other members, Greg, he saw that as a high base here. It's 4 minutes into the market. So he set a trade right here. Boom, it broke out. And he got in at 113.16. So both of them are in this, and they have their stops set accordingly. Now, what happened with Greg, he got in, it popped up, and then immediately pulled back. But he had his stop below this 200 moving average at about 1%. And this 200 moving average held, and then it rolled right back up and took off. So let's see what happened next. So now here, a few minutes later, it had run up here, and it was hitting its head here at the pivot line. If you want more about pivot lines, go to investopedia.com and look up pivot lines. And this was based on yesterday's price action. This is the pivot line. And so right here, it was stalled here. And Greg's rule, it's similar to mine, is that if it stalls there for 3 minutes or more, he'll take out half of his position, which that is what he did at 114.62 for 1.3% on the Greg's trade. Dave, on the other hand, since he was up so much, he had a much looser stop. So he moved his stop up here underneath this 20 moving average into 114. So he was sitting there under 114 at where his stop was. So then Greg, after he sold his half, he went ahead and had his stop here. And then what happened next? Oh, it popped up here to new highs of data above 115.50. So Greg moved his stop just underneath this 200 moving average for the second half, right at where he had gotten out half. Because this was resistance, it could now be support. So let's see what happened next. Sure enough, it pulled back here right to the pivot line and then started to roll up again. And then what happened? Bam! Look at that! Look at that! It just got him out right there. Well, that's the way it is. And he got out where he got out of the first half at 114.62 for 1.3% in a total of 26 minutes. That was on Greg's trade. Dave, however, is still in there. He had his stop down here at 114, but it's been sitting here going for a long time. He's going to pull it. He pulled his stop up here just under the 114.50 area. And let's see what happened after that. He was in it for a long time here. Look at that. And it wicked down here. It wicked down here. He's still in it. He's still in it. And then on this candle right here, it shot up with big volume. Possible capitulation is the way that Dave was reading the chart, meaning that it may have surged up to a new high, and that everybody that was going to buy it was going to bought it, and now is going to possibly do a big pullback. So he went ahead and pulled his stop all the way up above the 115, and then in this candle right here, it fell down, and it got him out at 115.31 for 4.7% in 54 minutes. These are two trades just from the Grok day trading members. And here you can see we had an exceptionally good day today, 17% net for the day for the posted trades from those that were in the Grok chat room. I had a big one here on AIFF, a big wild card one, 10% on that. But I got into it, and the very next minute it got halted. It went up so fast. Didn't know that when I got in. I just got in on a high probability setup. But here's Greg's trade is trade number 3 here for his 1.3%. And then on trade number 4 was Dave's trade for 4.7% on PLTR. Richard, on the other hand, he got into that one later on after those two trades were completed, and he was able to get out 1.4% on that one as well. So you can join the chat room for free if you can be in front of the markets between 9:15 and 10:30 Eastern time, then you can, it's free to join us. Go to groktrade.com, and go to the day trading chat room link, and you can sign up there. This is Mark the Meerkat. Hey, just remember that you need to cut your losers short and let your winners run.